Hello everyone. Welcome to Women Do It Afraid. We are just going to wait for a few minutes while I listen to some good music over here. Alright, so for those who don't know what we're about, Women Do It Afraid is a platform for women who are striving to do it afraid, be it in their business, their personal life, or in their career. My name is Stella, and I'm going to be your host for today. This is our Facebook Live session, and we have a very interesting topic that we're going to be discussing today. And I'm hoping that at the end of today's Facebook Live session that you have things to go away with, action items, and looking forward to the testimonials as well. Okay? And just going to wait for a few minutes as well, just, to get the people joining us so that we don't lose anyone while I keep speaking. All right? And I hope you had a good day. And for those who are just joining us, please feel free to put your name down, where you are watching us from, and I hope you had a great day too. Over here it is 3 p.m. and here is in the States. I'm guessing it's going to be about 8 p.m. in Nigeria or Ghana, wherever you're watching us from, or about 7 p.m. as well in the UK, and it's going to be evening for you, so well done. I hope you're looking forward to the weekend. We are just also looking forward to the weekend over here too. Okay, alrighty, so I'm just going to keep it going. Women Do It Afraid. Like I said earlier, we are providing a platform for women who are striving to do it afraid. We know that fear is a plague. Fear is definitely a chain. Fear holds a lot of people down, and fear is no respecter of person, no respecter of color, of gender, of education. And we are tired of hushing our fear. Of let's keep it low. We have to show that we're strong and powerful. But hey, who are we deceiving? No matter how you keep quiet over a situation, doesn't mean it's not going to go. It's going to go away. So we are heading it. We are literally going full front to fear and saying that no matter what it is, no matter how I feel like I'm not qualified to do this, or I feel I'm not capable, or I don't have the resources, I am still going to do it. You know why? Because of women who are doing it afraid. Because I have a community of women who support, who inspire, who empower me. Because I have tools and resources that will make me better. Because I have events that I can attend and listen to the stories of these women. That is what we are on about. And for today's Facebook Live session, we are discussing, as a woman, how do I achieve my goals? Why as a woman, right? What am I trying to put in gender? Does my gender make me achieve my goals any better or any less? We're going to be talking about that today. But before I start, I want to talk about goal. What is a goal? When you hear the word goal, please put it down as well. I'd love to know what your definitions of goals are. We've heard about goals from our families, from our friends, from our churches, from our schools. You hear the word goals, visions, dreams, and all that. And for me, I know that personally, the more you hear something so much, oftentimes, to be honest, you lose its meaning. So when you hear the word goal, what comes to your mind? I had to do my research. I know what goal means, but I was like, let me just go online and see what the online platform has to say what a goal is. And it says here that a goal is a result or achievement towards which an effort is directed to. A goal is an effort or achievement towards which your effort is being directed to. It also says that a goal is something that you hope to achieve in the future. Hope. I think we're way past the era of hope right now. For a goal, it's not about hope. For a goal, it's about work. So for me, I literally rephrased that statement I saw online to say a goal is something that you work towards getting in the future. That is what a goal is. So you ask yourself that question. What I'm calling a goal, is it really a goal? Is this a goal? Is this something I'm hoping to achieve in the future? Am I working towards it, or am I hoping towards it? Are my efforts really directed into this? And it's funny because a lot of people mix match goals, visions, and dreams, and the reason why I'm putting a lot of work into trying to make sure that we understand what goals are, is so that we have the foundation to which our conversation is going to be based upon. So now we know that a goal is something that you work towards achieving in the future. Great. Even that statement, even that definition has a little bit question mark to me, because it almost sounds like what a vision is. So my question for you now is, what you have, is it a goal or a vision? And I'm going to give you the differences between both. A goal is smart. I know most of us know what smart is. A goal is specific, it's measurable, means that you can measure it, it's achievable, means that you have an end goal towards it, it has a time stamp towards it, so it's not, I'm going to do this, but you have no time towards it. You don't know when, you don't know what your deadline is. That is not a goal. And also, make sure that it is realistic. Your goal is realistic. You are actually going to achieve your goal. However, a vision can change. A vision is limitless. A vision is way bigger than a goal. Goals are literally the steps that you're taking towards achieving that vision. And why I'm talking about this is because I know that a lot of us women, we get overwhelmed with what we think is a goal and we give up. However, it's actually a vision. You know, a vision should be big. A vision should literally scare you. Like, think about, what is my vision? What do I want to accomplish in life? Am I serious? Am I, from my four corner, I think I am actually going to be on that global stage. From my typewriter, I think I'm going to write books that are going to bless the lives of so many. That is a vision. However, the goals are the steps that you take towards achieving that, and I hope that I've been able to, make that clear from us from the onset as well. And I'm just going to move on to the next thing as well, which is, as a woman, do you think gender affects how you achieve your goals? What do you think about that? I think yes. I say yes. We are way past trying to bury and hide and not say things, but as a woman, gender plays a huge role in how we achieve our goals, okay? From our community to influences to society to our environment to our families to the relationships that we build. Yeah, we are different, but one thing that unites us is our gender. However, we carry so much that it's easy for us to give up. It's easy for us to drop things that we feel, oh, this is so big, I can't carry this. I can't think about this lofty dreams. No, I have to focus on this. No, I can't even bother about this. No, I have to focus on that. Why? Why do we think that we cannot accomplish what we want to do or have that vision that we want to have? My assignment to you as a woman is, are you intentional about the kind of story you are giving out to people who are looking to you or looking at you? Do you empower other women? Do you inspire other women? And that's why here women do it afraid. Regardless of where you're from, as long as you're a woman, we highlight you, we showcase you, we celebrate you, because we are women. And on a daily basis, we know what we go through. We do. We're not trying to say one, gender. We're not trying to do a gender debate right here. No, we're just saying as a woman, yes, our gender plays a huge role as to how we accomplish or achieve our goals. However, that is up to you on how you use that to your advantage or your disadvantage. We might have a foundation that is not working for us, but hey, we know that that is not working for us. So now the question is, how do we make it work for us? How do we use that gift that we have to be able to multitask, to be able to do so many things at the same time, to be excellent, to be persistent, to be dedicated, to say, this, I have every right to think as big as this. I have every right to think far and beyond. I have every right to accomplish this. My gender is no barrier. My gender is not a limitation. My gender is my advantage. So I want you to think that way. But also, I want you to celebrate other women. Let's celebrate other women. Let's lift up our sisters. Let's hold their hands. Let's have that community. Women do that. It's all about community. We're going to be showcasing and highlighting women who are excellent, women who are doing it afraid on a daily basis, who are not letting anything hold them down. And it will shock you. It's not just about the celebrities or those that we see on the people. There's someone next to your neighbor, someone who you do a school run with, someone who is in your church, someone who's in your class. There are women who are doing it afraid. I want you to know there are women who are doing it afraid, and so should you as well. Okay? So as a woman, make sure that you're intentional about the kind of story that you're passing across to people, because people are looking at you. People want to be inspired by you. Don't let your gender be a barrier. Don't let your gender be a limitation. And I hope that I've cleared that out, that we should support one another. And I'm moving on to the next things, which are the practical steps. What are the practical steps? How do we accomplish our goals? That is very important. For those who are just joining us, I've explained what goals are. Goals are the task, are the things, are the efforts to which we're putting to accomplish something in the future. Goals are so different from vision. Visions are limitless. Visions can change. Visions should overwhelm you. However, goals are the steps that you take towards achieving those. Also, I also talked about gender. Does the gender affect how you accomplish your goals? And I said yes, because of how society is. However, our gender should be our advantage and not our disadvantage. And I'm moving on to the next thing I have here, which is how do we accomplish our goals? Number one, believe. But believe in what? Believe in yourself. For you to accomplish your goals, you have to believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams. I remember, I think it was Lupita that says, my dreams are valid, because oftentimes we feel like we are not qualified to we're not qualified to have a certain kind of dream. Why are we not qualified to have a certain kind of dream? What makes you think you can dream big and wide? Sometimes I ask myself, why do I think this dream is not for me? But my dream is valid. Absolutely. I believe in myself. I am great. I realize that affirmations exist because there is a need for it. Why do we have blessings? Why do we have to speak to ourselves to, pump ourselves up before we go for that interview, or even before we propose to someone, or even before we go and pitch our business plan to someone, or even before we do anything? Why do we have to pump ourselves? Because we have to believe in ourselves. An empty jar can absolutely not produce water. An empty jar cannot produce water. A dirty jar cannot give you clean water. Absolutely not. Believe in yourself. For you to be able to achieve your goals, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself, because the quality of your dreams is directly proportional to how much belief you have in yourself. And that is the truth. Say to yourself, I am great. I am powerful. Beyond measure. I am intelligent. I have the mind of Christ. God is backing me up. There is absolutely nothing that I cannot do. Wherever I go to, when I open my mouth to speak, I will speak the right things at the right time, doing the right things. I believe in myself. And some people might say, yeah, you are just faking it. Hey, it's not about faking it. And even if I'm not really for the school of thought that says fake it till you make it. However, if you're doing that, make sure that you're working towards it. You can't say you believe in yourself if you're not writing down anything. You can't say, oh, I believe in myself, but you have no goals down. You have no plans written down. You're not taking actual steps into accomplishing your goals. Believe in yourself, but do the work. Believe in yourself, but do the work. Wake up in the morning and speak life to yourself. Speak life to your day, regardless of what people say. See, they will tell you, outside world is ready to tell you whatever your ears are open. Your ears are ready to pick up anything. However, is the value and the worth of what you have inside is either able to bounce out what you hear or absorb. So what are you telling yourself? What are you telling yourself? Be careful about that, because you are listening to yourself. What are you telling yourself? How are you speaking to yourself? Are you inspiring yourself, or are you demoralizing yourself? And I know it might sound really easy to say. I know, because we make mistakes and we're like, oh shit, really? Am I that? Fill in the blank. Oh wow, really? Others are doing this and I can't even do this, But that doesn't really help us. And we have to live intentionally. Right now we are all about making sure that we're living intentional. Live intentionally by speaking life to yourself, by believing in yourself. People have, this quote reading out, not just because they want to decorate their wall because they have no wallpaper. No. What you speak to yourself is what you become. And the more you say, the more you actually begin to live it out. So, number one, to accomplish your goals, believe in yourself. Now, number two, a lot of people make this mistake when they try to accomplish their goals, right? So, I want to, let's say, okay, I want to open a hospital, right? I have it maybe a year, I say 2018. However, that is a deadline. So what happens to me when I get to 2020 or 2018 and I do not accomplish that goal? I feel like a failure. The mistake a lot of people make is they set deadlines. However, they don't set a schedule for that. Why exactly? Why exactly would you say, okay, I want to run for the Olympics, but you have no schedule to train? When you set a goal, just like what we said earlier, a goal has to have a time stamp towards it. A deadline is good because it gives you an idea of where exactly you're going to. However, what is the schedule towards it? What schedule do you have in place? I have an event coming up in June. For me, that is my deadline. However, what is my schedule? I have to get the speakers. I have to get the venue. I have to put the things in place. So while you have a deadline for your goal, you have to ensure that you also have a schedule in place. Have a schedule in place. Thank you for everyone who's just joining us. We're talking about how do you accomplish your goal. As a woman, how do I accomplish my goals? From the beginning of the video, I have made it clear that gender plays a huge role as to how we accomplish our goals. No matter how we try to push the gender topic away, but no, it is there, it is right, that is not going away. Gender plays a huge role on how we accomplish our goals. Also, my topic was, how do I accomplish my goals? Number one was, make sure that you believe in yourself, because nobody is going to believe in you. You have to make sure that when you wake up in the morning, you're speaking life to yourself. There's a reason why affirmations exist. They exist because there's a need for it. So when you wake up in the morning, what do you tell yourself? You have to be very careful what you say to yourself because you are listening, okay? Number two, how to accomplish your goals. A lot of people make this mistake of having a deadline as to having a schedule. They have a timeline as to, okay, yeah, I need to do this by a certain time. But what schedule do you have in place to be able to accomplish that? And the disadvantage of having a deadline is when you don't meet that deadline, you begin to feel like a failure. And then you give up. Not knowing that all the steps that you have put in place towards that deadline, even if you did not accomplish it, you have been made better than how you were before you started. I think we also have to be a little bit kind to ourselves. In as much as there's so many things out there we are judging ourselves against, someone is doing this, someone is doing that. Just look at yourself right now and compare, some years back. You have made progress. And that's one of our mantra here is perfection is good, but progress is so much better. So much better. We have to be kind to ourselves. Going back to number one, believe in yourself. Number two, no matter how many years or if you miss your deadlines to accomplishing your goal, appreciate the steps that you have taken towards it. Have a schedule, practice, be consistent. Make sure you have a schedule towards accomplishing your goal. So that's number two. Number three for me is practice. Just literally, expansion to number two, practice. Someone who wants to exercise, who wants to, get hashtag beach body or, want to have six packs or something, you have to exercise. There's absolutely no way you're going to have the kind of body you want if you're going to the gym twice a year. So you have to practice. You want to have a blog, and you want to be a world-renowned blogger. Okay, that is your either your vision and your goals, or I'm going to be writing a blog maybe once every month. However, are you practicing towards it? Are you taking some courses? Are you reading up? Are you listening to people? Are you connecting yourself to those that would inspire you? What plans do you have in place to practice to be better? We can't fold our hands and expect things to be better. We have to work towards it. And that's why initially when I checked online for the meaning of goal and it says something you hope to achieve, I said, no, it's not about hope. It's something you work to achieve. Something you work to achieve. Something you put in the time and the effort to achieve. So number one, believe in yourself. Great. Number two, ensure that you have a schedule in place and not just a deadline. People make that mistake. And number three, make sure that you practice. You're practicing towards your goal. You're putting in the time. You're learning. Because productive people, you find out that they are more into the practice. Because practice really makes better. And if we're all going to fake it till we make it, a time is going to come where we have that stage and we're given the microphone. Or we have that opportunity and we're called for the interview. We've been faking it till we make it. Hello? The opportunity is there right now. So, the ball is yours. What are you going to do about this? So while you're faking it till you make it, which I don't really believe in, make sure that you're also putting in the work, okay? Practice. And the fourth one for me as well is focus on the practice and not the performance. Yes, That is so much key. And even this is really, really personal to me as well, you know, is given the opportunity to do something, we want to make sure that something is done in a perfect way. We want to make sure that something is done, you know, we have this holy grail of I can't mess up. However, most successful and productive people really focus on the practice and not really the performance, because performance can always get better. It's easy for you to fold your hands and say, yeah, I'm great, I'm perfect at this, and forget that things are changing. The world is moving at a fast level, and you have to be up to par with whatever it is out there. So for you to be able to achieve your goals, when you start practicing, it's good for you to take a note on how, you know, how am I making progress. So for example, you want to open a daycare, right? You set up a schedule to have the facility, to have the teachers and all that. Those are your goals. And then you say, okay, I'm going to start networking with people. I'm going to speak to mothers. I'm going to know what exactly they want. I'm going to make sure that I produce a value for them and things like that. And then maybe you get one review or two review, and then you fold your hands and say, yeah, I'm doing a great job. No, no, no. Because there are other daycares that are going to open. There are other daycares that are going to open and, you know, provide a value that you folded your hands and you closed your eyes and then you missed. So for you to be able to achieve your goals, just make sure that you're focusing on your practice and not just your performance. Because arrival is a trap. Where you say, oh yes, I've arrived. It is a huge trap, because really there's no arrival. We are supposed to be making impact every single day. We're supposed to be better than ourselves. And I think the reason why people focus on performance is because we are not trying to be better than ourselves. We are trying to be better than other people. So for example, let me say you watch someone sing and you're like, oh yes, I have to be better than this person when I get on that stage. And then maybe you outperform that person in your mind and you're comfortable with that. However, if you're focusing on the practice, you realize that the person you should be chasing after is yourself. So even the goals that you have written down, ask yourself, are these goals for someone else, or are these goals for myself? Am I trying to fulfill destiny, or am I trying to chase after the shadow of somebody else? You know, and I saw a quote that says, having no goal is like going around the football pitch and you're just moving around. You're making, you know, some motion, you're making some movement, but you nothing is happening. You're exhausted, but you have nothing to show for it. And that is the thing about goals, is you have to be true to yourself. Whose goals are these? Are these my goals? Am I sure that this is what I'm supposed to be doing? Do I have it broken down into tasks? Do I have a schedule in place? Am I practicing? Am I inspiring people by this? Because a time would come where you'll be so exhausted out of activity and realize, I shouldn't even be doing this, and then that's time wasted. So just be true to yourself. Okay? And the last tip that we have about trying to accomplish or achieve your goals is vision board. Vision boards are, to me, they're really liberating, to be honest. You know, when you write a goal down, it's easy for you to get overwhelmed with it, but when you see it, the power of being able to see, you know, that's where even here at Women Do It Afraid, we are not just talking about saying it, but we show. Like the last event that we did, which was the Do It Afraid business style, we had a panel of female entrepreneurs who shared their stories, and they were so relatable. All the people who came couldn't believe that these women CEOs, some of them wanted to go, one of them was close to going bankrupt, one of them started from her basement, one of them was still fighting with just that self-confidence, you know, ability to handle critics and all that, criticisms and all that. But being able to hear their stories and connect to them on a one-to-one level, I know the change that happened in a lot of people's lives that attended that event. So vision boards, to me, also achieve that same goal, because when you have the pictures of people that you look up to, not envy, but that you look up to. So you want to start up a business, right, in a certain industry, and there are people in that industry that you'd be like, wow, this person's story inspires me. I wish I could meet this person. I have some questions for this person. And you really, you know, involve yourself in their activities. You put up their posts, you put up what they do, just to inspire yourself. Just to inspire yourself. You are on your own lane, they are on their own lane, but the good thing is at least they achieved their goal, and it's something similar to what you want to do. So for me, my take away to you will be, get a vision board. Just try it and see how it will really change your mindset, how it will change the way you think, how it will change the way that you are inspired. Put up posts of people, have a board where people that inspire you. Speak life into yourself. Literally going back to number one, believe in yourself. Speak life to yourself. Have your goals written down. Have a schedule in place. Do not try to chase after somebody else's shadow. Make sure that you're focusing on the practice and not the performance. The practice and not the performance. There are so many times that I have beaten myself down just because I didn't perform to a certain level. But then tomorrow it's still going to be there. So the question for me is that, okay, when you beat yourself down, are you ready to stand up, or do you enjoy the floor? Do you want to be feeling comfortable and comfy right there where you are? But I have to speak to myself. I'm not just, you're not just living for yourself. You're living for other people. You can't be selfish and be like, today I give up. Today I am not even going to do this anymore. Oh no. They looked at me a certain way. Oh no. I sang off key. No. Oh, my business speech was terrible. Oh no. I cannot even, no, enough of the excuses. You're not just living for yourself. You're living for other people. And I'm so glad that we are in a generation of people who are celebrating failures, which is great. That's what women do it afraid. Once upon a time, you can't say that you are scared or I'm afraid. Why? Like, why are you afraid? Oh, you shouldn't be here. You should be bold. You should be strong. Because this could have been women do it strong, women do it bold, women do it courageous. But fear is no respecter of person. Fear is not for the weak. Absolutely not. Fear is not for a select kind of people. People are plagued by fear every day. But the good thing about it is that people are also conquering their fears every day. And that is why we celebrate victories. Even in your goals, when you have your goals written down, when you accomplish one goal, celebrate that. You know what it does? It inspires you, it motivates you, and it pushes you to continue. It pushes you to continue. Celebrate victories. Celebrate other people's victories in truth. That is key. In truth. Celebrate other people's victories in truth. Be intentional about your actions. Commit to a schedule. Commit to yourself. But most importantly, last but not the least, how to achieve your goals. Commit to yourself, because you're the one who's going to put in the work, right? Invest in yourself. Take the time out to be quiet. Take the time out to think. Take the time out to speak to God. Take the time out to notice the things that interest you, that inspire you, that motivate you. Take the time out to write it down. As a woman, like I said earlier, we have so many things that we juggle at the same time. So many things that are coming for our hearts, our mind, our thoughts, our hands, and all sorts. There's so many things out there that would keep you busy, but you're not really accomplishing anything. And I know that you have a goal. I know that you have a dream. I know that you have a vision that is so big, that is overwhelming you. And that is why we put this together. As a woman, how do you achieve your goals? How do you accomplish your goals despite what is coming for your heart, for your hand, for your mind, for your thoughts? If you can just follow the steps that I've written down, which I've spoken today, which is believe in yourself. And that's it. Believe in yourself, number one. Commit to a schedule, right? Commit to a schedule. Have a deadline, which is great. But don't fall into the trap of, oh, wow, my deadline is here and I didn't accomplish anything. Number 3, invest in practice. Keep practicing. Practicing makes perfect. Commit to a practice. Commit to yourself. Have a vision board so that you can stay inspired. And surround yourself with people who will lift you up. Who would lift you up, not who will bring you down. And those are literally the steps that I have for you as a woman and how you can accomplish your goals. But before I go, there's something I'd like to tell you. So I have a freebie on my website. I'm going to put the website link there. But it's womendoitafraid.com. Under our tools tab, tools page, you can find like a goal defining list. So I have a list over there where I think it's literally like an assignment for you. Just take maybe like 30 minutes is enough time for you to sit down and answer those questions. It's good to be to think of to have that, just think about the questions there and put in the answers and put it up so that you stay inspired. And I'm looking forward to doing many more videos such as this. I'm also looking forward to the tools and the events and the interviews that are going to be coming through this platform. So feel free to subscribe to our mailing list. It's on our website, www.womendoingitafraid.com. And I hope that at the end of, or I hear the testimonials, or you put in your comments as well, as to how the vision boards have helped you, as to how the form we have on our website has also helped you. And it's not just about help. We just don't want some abstract inspiration and abstract motivation. No, we want actual results. Literally, Women Do That Afraid, we want actual results. We want to see that you move from one level to another level. We'll celebrate that victory with you, and then we get ready for the next level, and that's how we keep moving forward and keep making progress. So for everyone who's joined me on this Facebook video, for everyone who's shared it as well, please feel free to share with your friends. Looking forward to the feedback, and also looking forward to speaking to you in about 2 weeks time again. All right, stay tuned on our Facebook page. Like us, follow us on our Facebook page, so that you see exactly what we are up to, what we have up to our sleeve. And we're here to serve you, literally and practically. We're here to serve you. Until next time, have a fantastic weekend. Make sure you have a blast. Make sure that you enjoy yourself. You spend time with your family. You read that book. Yes, read that book. Read that book. You know, just be one with yourself. Do the assignments. And until next time. All right, then have a fantastic weekend. Bye, everyone.